welcome to Boomhauer 69's channel. And today, Boomhauer here is going to talk about electric batteries and EV stuff. I want to let you all know right off the bat, I'm no expert in the whole electric cars and electric stuff and gasoline and diesel and stuff, but from the research I have done and what I know and basically paid attention about, when it comes to like Teslas and all these other car manufacturers out there making electric vehicles, and what do I think about this stuff? I think it's okay to make an electric battery operated car. What I don't like is governments trying to force people to go electric and stuff. I don't like that one bit. I don't think, first of all, I'm one of those people, I don't for one bit believe that electric vehicles are greener than gasoline or diesel powered vehicles. Matter of fact, I kind of feel like electric battery does more worse things to the environment versus gasoline and diesel. I'm one of those, when it comes to the whole, is it greener than the diesel or the gasoline powered engines? Absolutely not. I don't fall for that stuff one bit. I don't buy into it. Because to mine the, what I guess they call it rare earth, I call it rare earth metals that they use to make batteries, and from what I understand is they have to use toxic chemicals and stuff to simply mine these special metals out of the earth and stuff, and move a lot of ground. And I've done some research on it, that a lot of times, from what I read and stuff, that a lot of times when they're done mining areas for these special metals to make the batteries and stuff, that it becomes a toxic wasteland where nobody can really use the land in afterwards and stuff. So they just got basically set and let it abandon and leave a toxic waste zone. So therefore, my thoughts on what is it greener, saving the planet and all that stuff, going electric, I don't think so. Is electric cars useful in some way, shape, form? Yes, I think there's some usefulness in there. For example, let's say you're somebody that has enough money and you own a gasoline-powered vehicle and electric vehicle, and you just so happen to have a solar setup that can charge that electric vehicle, and you live in an area where there's a freaking power outage situation, and you may not be able to go to a gas station to fuel up your gasoline cars. So if you have the right type of solar setup and stuff, that electric rechargeable car might just be the handy thing to have, if you're in a situation. Do I think electric battery operated cars are going to replace the gasoline engine anytime soon? No, because I don't think so, because I think there's just simply too many kind of flaws in the system, I guess you can call it, and stuff, and the way our electrical power grid infrastructure is, I just don't see it. I think if everybody right now went to electric cars, I think there'd be rolling blackouts, as they call it, and it would just be too much trouble and hassle, where people would say, you know what, I'm going back to gasoline or diesel powered vehicle. So I don't see that anytime soon, and I don't think electric vehicles are any better than gasoline engines or diesel engines. I just don't see it. And plus, charging stations, there's more gas stations and stuff that sell gasoline, diesel than there are charging stations. So all this pushing towards, I don't see it. And to me, governments trying to push this electric stuff onto people, like the electric cars and stuff, I look at it, if it was so great and wonderful, then why are you trying to force it onto people? That's just my opinion and my question. Why you gotta force it on people if it's so great and it works so wonderfully? To me, what they should do is like Henry Ford did back in the day. Henry Ford did not push the Model T or on anybody. All he did was he just made the car and say, "Here's my car, and if you want to buy it," and stuff. That's what they should do with electric vehicles. Like Teslas and different things. Instead of pushing electric vehicles on everyone, just put it out there on the market and let the people decide what they want. Do they want an electric vehicle or do they want a gasoline diesel powered vehicle? That's how it was with the diesel engine. When the diesel engine came out, the people who created the diesel motor, they said, hey, this is what it would be good for and so forth and so on. If you want to buy it, here it is. And if you don't, oh well. Like me, I plan on in the near future building what I call a horseless carriage, and I would like to market the idea and actually sell some of that stuff where I would have my idea on the market and say, okay, here's my idea, and if you want to buy it, buy it, and if you don't, oh well. That's what we should do with electric vehicle stuff. But basically, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying electric vehicles are per se garbage, but to me they're no better as far as polluting the earth and stuff. I don't all that green stuff. I just don't think they're energy efficient, going green. I don't see it. I don't see the green side of things, I guess you call it, but I don't think electric power stuff is a bad thing. Like as far as like cordless power tools and battery operated tools and stuff, I think that's a great, wonderful idea. I like my DeWalt lights. I love the idea of charging DeWalt lights. I love the idea of solar and wind power. I think solar wind power is kind of nice. Now as far as like solar power and wind power and them being, better for the planet and all that kind of, I guess some people call it Green Deal stuff as far as like, greenhouse gases and all that kind of, I'm going to call it the green side of things. Do I see it being healthier for the planet? From what I kind of know, I'm going to say no on that. Like, like if like, let's say I watch videos where, these big wind turbines and stuff, they have to, basically just ditch when the blades get wore down and stuff. The wind turbine blades get wore down, and they gotta recycle. They gotta trash them. They basically just gotta throw them in a big old pit, and it takes hundreds, if not thousands of years before they finally break down into soil and stuff, and basically polluting the planet. As far as like pollution goes and stuff, I just don't see it being healthier for the planet and stuff. I don't buy into that when it comes to wind and so on and stuff. And stuff. Now I'm a fan more of solar than wind. I can see where wind is useful, having small wind turbine, but in order to generate, power for a wind turbine, you always gotta have wind and stuff, and I think solar is more way to go. And from what I read online and stuff, solar panels are more easier to recycle versus wind turbines and their blades and stuff. So I like the idea of solar more. I do like the idea of having solar for like a backup or off-grid type situation stuff, because I do plan on in the near future building me some sort of off-grid structure and stuff. But so like as far as like the whole battery craze thingy, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just saying, let people decide what route they want to go on, like electric vehicles and stuff, and let people choose what way they want to live and stuff, and just, I basically can see where batteries are operated, things are handy on certain things, but as far as like electric vehicles going and people saying, oh, they're the better solution for gasoline power cars, I just don't see it, and I'm not buying into it. To me, there's certain things that But as of right now, I just don't see replacing the gasoline internal combustion engine or the diesel engine and stuff. I just don't see electric battery operated stuff. Because the way the technology is right now, I just don't see it. Maybe, 20, 30, 40 years ago, or somebody keeps improving on electric battery power cars and stuff, and, who knows, or somebody just scraps the whole battery car idea and comes up with some sort of other type of fuel, like, hydrogen or something, and some other sort of, way to power a car and make a car, better than gas. Then, then I say, hey, go for it. But I don't really know. Per se, I'm just one of those people. It's like, nah, I just don't see it as far as like electric vehicles go and stuff. But I do see how it can be handy and stuff. I'm not one of those people shouting, yeah, let's go for an electric, yay, No, I'm one of those people, excuse me, I'm going to still keep my internal gasoline combustion engine and stuff. Personally, I myself, I wouldn't care to own a Tesla car, really, or anything like that. I wouldn't really care to own one, but, if somebody gave me a Tesla and said, oh, here's a free Tesla, keep it driving, then I might, but no, because me, I'm a little scared of that self-driving feature. My biggest fear on the self-driving car is what if some computer hacker with bad intentions was able to hack into the car and make it cause you to basically go off a bridge or veer into a ditch or cause some sort of harm and stuff. That's what I'd be a big fear of, is someone figure out how to hack a car and cause it to do funky things and stuff. So that's why I wouldn't like it. And then plus, a lot of these governments or states and governments are kind of, I feel, are going communism. So I'd be afraid with electric vehicles, some government being able to control more with the electric vehicle than versus gasoline vehicles. So I'm not sold on it. I'm as far as, basically all I'm going to say, as far as electric vehicles go, I'm not sold on it whatsoever. There's too many, to me, red flags, I'm just going to call it. But as far as like, cordless power tools and, solar panels and other better items, I think, hey, that's neat, that's fine, I think it's okay to, to use an electric battery operated chainsaw and a gas chainsaw. I think let the people decide what they want to do and what route do they want to take and stuff. Not, to me, don't be forcing all this electric crap on people. I think people who try to force you to buy into this electric stuff, I will be the first one to look right at them and look right in their face and say, you know what, you are a communist. That's what I would say. Let people decide for themselves what they want to buy or drive or whatever. Because to me, if somebody wants to drive a Tesla, let them drive a Tesla or whatever electric vehicle. And if they don't want an electric vehicle and they just want to continue driving the diesel-powered vehicles or their gasoline, petroleum, petrol, as the British UK calls it, petrol cars and stuff, let them, just let them. Don't be forcing to all you states out there and regulating gasoline cars and diesel vehicles. Don't do that. All you're doing is just hurting yourself and setting yourself up for destruction and stuff. So let people decide what they want to do. Let them have that choice and option is what I'm saying and what I think, Like I think, personally it'd be neat to, I never own one, but have electric, what they call e-bike, or electric bicycle, one of those bicycles with a little electric pedal assist motor. I think it'd be neat in the near future to do videos about those and try one out and own one. I personally can't forward that stuff, but I think it would be neat to someday in the near future maybe buy some electric e-bikes and try those out. And even this funny little right here fully enclosed mobility scooter, Chinesium mobility enclosed mobility scooter. I think it'd be fun to simply mess around with that and see what it can do and poodle around and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm not sold on the whole electric thing. I'm one of those, I'm not falling for it, and I'm not gonna buy into it. You know, I think it's I think it's okay to have basically electric vehicles and gasoline and diesel vehicles side by side each other. You know, and stuff. You know, if you're somebody that has a gasoline vehicle and electric vehicle, hey, that's great. That's cool. Whatever. You know, but yeah, I'm just that's my thoughts. You know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea or necessarily a good idea. That's what I think. And as far as like the whole it's saving the planet, net, I just say absolutely 100% no. I don't think it's doing the planet any good, you know, and stuff, you know. Well, yeah, because people don't realize, you know, when you're using solar and you're charging up your Tesla through solar because you have that style setup and stuff, you know. And the reason why I'm referring to using the word Tesla a lot is because those are one of the most popular electrical vehicles out there, so people would know when I'm talking about stuff. So if you have a solar setup and you're charging it through Tesla, hey, that's good for you. And if you happen to be on grid, you know, charging your Tesla through on-grid, hey, that's fine too. But, you know, just remember, you know, where your power comes from, you know, if you're, because see, to make solar panels and different things, you know, parts from the solar panel were made in a factory that's most likely connected to the grid, which connected to a coal burning power plant and so forth and so on. So either way, you're still damaging the planet no matter what route you go. That's what I'm going to say. No matter what, you're still damaging the planet. You ain't no Greenie Houdini. You ain't saving the planet. No, either way, you're still hurting the planet. So there's no, you know, two ways around it kind of thing. The only way I could say you're going to be saving the planet if you're riding a horse and buggy. And not many people are going to be doing that. And even then, you're still damaging the planet because, you know, you're cutting down a tree, using the wood, and building, you know, a buggy. So either way, you can't kind of escape hurting the planet, you know, and stuff. So yeah, I just don't see it, you know, and stuff as far as the whole green side of things and stuff. But I'm not against it. I'm not really for it, you know. I'm not one of those. I'm just kind of on the fence kind of thing. The guy standing in the middle of the line, you know, just kind of, yeah. Because you know what, it's to me, it's. I look at it like I said before. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just I'm not too quick to run to it. You know, I'm not falling for that whole thing like these people are trying to do nowadays and stuff. These states and local governments and stuff. I live in the United States of America. For those of you who live outside the United States of America, me, I live in the United States of America and stuff. And I notice there's a lot of states and even our own federal government trying to push all this. We're going to make cars electric by such and such. And I just don't see it happening. And I just think if they try, it's going to be way more chaos and trouble than what they bargained for and stuff. You know, I'm not saying that you can't, but the way our infrastructure is and stuff, I just don't see it and stuff. So I'm not saying, like, again, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing or anything like that, but yeah, there's when I think of electric stuff and things, you know, and some things I think is super cool and kind of neat, you know, cordless battery powered stuff and, you know, as far as like tools and, you know, like a hand drill or a battery operated flashlight or, you know, you're running a solar panel on connected, you're running solar panels connected to a battery to run some lights in your house or your electricity if you're fully off grid and stuff. I think it's great for that, you know, and stuff, but yeah, I just don't kind of see certain things and stuff, but You know. And if you like this sort of video, give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you didn't like it, don't forget to comment below your thoughts and what you thought about this video here. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching Boomhauer69's YouTube channel.